Hi, Mandy. My name is Sarah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, today I'm going to be doing your submax bike test. This is a test. You're just going to get on this bike here. I'm going to set it up perfectly for the seat height and the arms, and you're going to pedal for as long as you can, going as hard as you can, and every 3 minutes the resistance on the bike is going to change, and I'll be doing that, so you don't have to worry about that. So your main job is just to pedal as hard as you can for as long as you can. I'll stop the test when certain measurements reach a certain point, or if you start feeling uncomfortable, you cannot go anymore, stuff like that, okay? So first things first is I have a consent form that you and I are going to go over real quick. So I'm going to set that right here and lay it down, and then you can look over it with me. So let me get the pen. Okay. So first things first, this is just the consent form for the submax bike test, which is what we're doing. This first line, you're going to print your name right here. This first line just pretty much says that you and I, you've been truthful in your health history questionnaire and your Part Q that we filled out earlier. Just stating that you told the truth, that you didn't lie, that everything on there is good. This second paragraph right here is talking about how I have reviewed your medical history and I did not find anything that would cause me to think that this test is not going to be okay for you, and that you and I have talked about it, and so you're going to initial here. This next paragraph just tells you what exactly the test is. So today we're doing this right here. We're doing the YMCA cycle ergometer protocol. Pretty much it just tells you everything that I've already told you. You're going to be on a bike. Every 3 minutes the resistance on the bike is going to increase. You're going to pedal as hard as you can for as long as you can, staying within a certain RPM level, but we'll talk about that more when we get you on the bike. I will be taking your heart rate and your blood pressure, and I'll also be asking you how hard you're working, and we'll review all of that again once you're on the bike. And the test stops if A, you tell me that you're physically hurting and you just cannot go anymore, 2, you're tired, you can't go anymore, or 3, I stop the test due to certain measurements that I'll be taking, and you won't have to worry about that, okay? So this next part, this last paragraph, so you can skip these 2 bike tests, we're not doing those today. This next paragraph just pretty much tells us, hey, you are aware that with any form of exercise there is a chance of injury. Of course, with this test there is a very slight risk, but we still needed to go over that and you still need to know about it. You are in a perfect lab setting, so we can take care of you. We've never had an injury on the bike, but that's still not saying that it still can't happen. So that's just you initialing there saying that you are aware of the risks, okay? Then these last 2 paragraphs pretty much just, again, repeat everything we've said before. You are aware that you are a patient, you are a volunteer, you can stop this test at any given point. You do not have to take the test. If you decide that maybe this isn't the test for you, we can look at other options. But as of right now, this is the test that you and I have both talked about and agreed that is best for you. Then this last paragraph just repeats everything. We've reviewed your medical history together. I haven't found anything that would cause you to need medical clearance. You've been completely truthful in that you are accepting everything. So what I want you to do is I want you to read over this. At the end of each paragraph that I pointed out to you, I want you to initial, and then down here, I'll come back and I'll ask you if you have any further questions for me, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Just do that for me real quick and I'll be right back. Okay. Did you have any further questions for me? Anything that you read that you just don't really understand?
No.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna okay. And that pretty much just says that you had no further questions, and then I'm going to initial it. Okay, and what I want you to do right here is I want you to put the date, and I want you to sign your name, okay? And just as a reminder, today's the 29th. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So right now what I want you to do is I just want you to sit down and relax. I want you to rest your arm on, that arm on the desk. I want your feet to be perfectly flat on the floor, spread apart, and just relax for me, okay? And we're going to do this for about 5 minutes, and then at the end of 5 minutes I'm going to come, we're going to do your resting measurement, so that's going to be your heart rate and your blood pressure, okay? Okay. So I'm going to take your blood pressure first, and then I'm going to take your heart rate. Okay. What's your blood pressure normally?
I have no idea. No idea.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. Don't grip onto me. Just keep your hand flat against me right there. Perfect. Okay. Okay, I got 118 over 64 for resting blood pressure. Okay. And now I'm going to take your heart rate. Again, just relax your arm for me. Gotcha. 82 beats per minute. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to walk over and I'm going to take your height and your weight and then we'll be right back, okay? Okay, first things first, I need you to take your shoes off for me. Have you used the bathroom in the past 30 minutes to an hour?
Yes.
Okay, do you have anything in your pockets?
No.
Perfect. So I want you to make sure that your feet are all the way back, slightly together. Make sure that they've got your attention. Perfect. Now I want you to look straight ahead. Make sure your head is all the way back. Perfect. Okay, can you take a deep breath for me? And exhale. Perfect. Okay, you can step out. Now we're going to come over here to the scale. Do you got any step on for me? How much do you weigh? Do you know? Okay. If you could still stay on the scale. Okay. You can step off. Okay. If you want to grab your shoes, we'll come back over and I'll let you put them on. Put them on right there. the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set you up with a heart rate monitor. Okay. So, if you could come here. Okay, I need you to lift up your shirt. And this is going to go right underneath your sports bra, okay? So lift it up real quick. Perfect. Okay, can you hold it there for me? Perfect. And then I will adjust it accordingly. Okay. How does that feel? Feel really tight? Feels good?
Yeah.
Okay. If you can you shuffle it to where it's right underneath your sports bra, kind of having your sports bra holding it down. Okay. Is it good? Are you bunched up anywhere?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. Now, if you could come over here and stand on the right side of the bike right here. Okay, I'm going to come behind you. Okay, the first thing I want you to do, I want you to stick your right leg out, and I just want you to move it back and forth like that. Perfect. And what I'm doing is I'm feeling for the greater trochanter. Okay, stop. You can set it down. Okay, can you put your finger right there for me? Perfect. Okay, perfect. Now, would you please get on the bike? Perfect. Okay, now if you want, go ahead and put your feet in the pedal. Okay, now what I want you to do is, perfect. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to flex your toes down. Okay, and then can you flex them up for me? Perfect. Okay, and can you just pedal a little bit for me, please? How does that feel? Okay, you can stop. Okay, can you put your hands on the handlebars? How does that feel? Do they need to be raised or lowered? You're good? Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so Mandy, what I'm going to have you do first we're going to start off with a nice little warm-up. Okay. Okay, so the first things first is what we're going to do is I'm going to start you off with a nice little warm-up. During this warm-up, I want you to try and pedal within 50 RPMs, okay? And so you're just going to watch this screen, and I want you to try and stay as close to 50 as you can. I can give you a little leeway, but try and stay as close to 50 as you can. Okay? You are going to have a blood pressure cuff on you. You do have your heart rate monitor on, so I will be checking your blood pressure and your heart rate. Okay? And like I said, every 3 minutes, the resistance on the bike is going to increase. And I just want you to keep pedaling as hard as you can, okay? If anything starts to feel funny or weird, I want you to let me know. But other than that, I just want you to keep going for as long as you can until I stop the test. Okay? Now earlier I told you about how I'm going to be asking you a question of how hard you're working. Okay, and this is, you can see right here we have it on the bike. So 6 is hardly working at all, and then it goes all the way up to 20. Okay, so when I ask you, I just want you to give me just one solid number, okay? It's not a half number. And as the stages keep increasing, so will your work. So the number should never go down, okay? So this will be dangling. If you want to hold it, you're more than welcome to. If not, don't worry about it. But while I am taking your blood pressure, I will be taking your arm off of the steering wheel. You can use your hand to just lightly grasp on the other side if you need to for balance, but try really hard not to grip it because that does affect your blood pressure. Okay? So other than that, what I'm going to have you do is when I say go, I want you to start on your warm-up. Okay? And we are going to do a 3-minute warm-up because I know you play lacrosse, and so I know that you don't really need that long. So I'm going to have you start on the 3-minute warm-up. Then when that time ends, we're going to stop. I'm going to wait for the bike to calm down, and then we're going to officially start the test, okay?
Okay.
So just remember to stay within those 50 RPMs, okay? Yes, even in the warm-up, I need you to stay within 50 RPMs, okay? Any questions? Okay, ready? And we're going to go. How's that feeling? Okay. But it's not uncomfortable, correct? Perfect. Okay, if you want, actually, can you stop for me? I need to keep your blood pressure and your heart rate now that you're on. Okay. Did that look good? We'll start you on another warm-up just in case. So on your right, your blood pressure after that one is going to be 120 over 64. Okay, and your heart rate's at 102. So we can start on that warm up now. Okay, go ahead and start pedaling. I really need you to stay within 50 RPMs. I need you to slow it down. There we go. That's better. There we go. And try and stay within that 50. It is like a nice little slow pedal, but once the resistance gets in, it's going to feel a little bit better. So it might be a little awkward right now doing the warm-up, but you'll see. I just need you to nice getting on the pace. Perfect. And I can give you about 5 per second. stop. So the test is officially about to start. Any questions at this point? Alright. Okay. I want you to start pedaling, and I'm going to put it at 1 point, or I'm going to put it at half. Okay? So start pedaling. Okay? Yeah, and it gets easier when the weight gets added. So just remember to try and stay in between active RPM level. Okay? Minute 1 heart rate is at 112. Very good. Just watching those RPMs quickly, okay? Okay. Minute 2 heart rate is at 108. Blood pressure is 122/70. But how hard are you working? 7 is extremely low. Okay, and then the heart rate is 115. Okay. We have reached steady state. So we are going to bump you up to 1.5. Okay. How's that? Better? Okay, remember I need you to stay between those 50 RPMs, okay? You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Heart rate's at 128. Minute 4 heart rate's 128. You're doing good. Every 72, about how hard are we working? 13, okay? Heart rate is 141, so we have not reached steady. We have reached steady state. So now we're going to bump it up to 2. You're doing good. Remember to stay in between without doing RPMs and things like that. You're doing good. Okay, minute 7 heart rate is 147. Yep. And you're going to keep anything up to the RPMs as low as you can, okay?
2 miles an hour.
You're doing good.
How you get that hypo
Okay, minute 8 heart rate is going to be 146. Blood pressure is 128 over 74. How hard are you working? 15. About a 15? Okay. Minute 9 heart rate is 152. We did not reach steady state, so we're going to go to an extra minute. You're doing good. And remember to say an after RPM. Okay, minute 2 heart rate is 154. We have reached steady state. So So we're going to increase it to 2.5. Good job. Remember to say I'm doing that 50 RPMs, doing good. Okay, minute 11 heart rate is 159. How you feeling? Burning? You're doing great. Push it. Relax. Okay. Minute 12 heart rate at 164. Remember, don't grab onto that handlebar. You can rest gently on it if you need to for balance. If you don't grab it.
Right? That makes sense, yeah. Not that you should be able to take it at that workload, but.
Okay. That's
For
about
heart rate.
136 over 78. Heart
Heart
rate's at 164. How hard are you working? 16, 17. Okay. Minute 13 heart rate is at 169.
Take it out.
You have reached steady state.
Here. Stop.
Okay. But how hard were you working at that last minute?
Pretty hard.
Hard. The heart rate was at 169. Can you give me a number?
270.
17.
270. Right, did you hear it?
But I heard it like down here.
Okay, girl. Try again. Yeah.
How does that feel?
Stop it about 40%. There you go, you're good.
You're good.
Yeah. Good enough, sorry.
Yes, that's the goal. You're doing fine. Okay, minute 1 cool down heart rate is at 136.
Same thing.
heart rate is at 135.
So this line right here,
That's 70. Oh, that right there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's 50. That was good, 50, yeah. Sorry. You're right.
Okay, blood pressure is at 128.
Good. Yeah, go ahead.
Over 60, or over 72. Pedaling for me.
You can go channel, sure, there's 4.2.
yes.
Back 16%. There you go.
Minute 3 heart rate is at 130.
There you go. Don't walk around. See, she's got the tall legs, so she's able to, you know what I mean?
Hey Randy, I'm gonna have you do the little bit off. I'll come in and consider everything, okay? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I got a little higher, about 140. I guess.
Water. Minute 4 heart rate. She's at 128 beats per minute. Okay, minute 5 heart rate is 126. Okay. Blood pressure is 128/72. And heart rate, minute 6 heart rate cool down is at 124.
Are you supposed to turn it on?
That is on. Casper. You doing okay? You did really good. Minute 7 heart rate is down to 122. Really good. Great. Okay, minute 8 heart rate, 118. Okay. 122/70. Minute 9 heart rate is at 114. Okay. Minute 10 heart rate is at 115. Yes, sometimes the heart rate can go back up depending on like if you've been moving or stuff like that. So that's actually really normal. So don't worry about it. So like I said, while we're waiting, the next time that you come and see me, I'm going to have completely filled out this sheet. I'm going to explain certain things to you, like how well you did, stuff like that. And then I'll also be able to have an exercise program that is built specifically for you because of this test that we took today. So you did really, really well. I appreciate you coming in. And so as of right now, I'm just waiting for your vitals to get back down to what they were in resting before I send you out. So.
Okay.
So I just want you to relax, just stay calm, okay? You're doing great. Okay, minute 11 heart rate is at 113. Okay, blood pressure was 120/62. Minute 12 heart rate is at 110. So since you did do a submax test today, I want you to drink plenty of water before, after you leave. Also, if you have any snacks, like if you can go and just eat like a thing of crackers or just get some food on your stomach, that will help. If you start feeling like dizzy or anything like that, please contact me. If it's past my work hours, I need you to go ahead and just call your physician, okay? You can do other physical activity today, just don't push yourself too hard. Do anything within your limits. Okay. Minute 13 heart rate is at 108. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
No? Okay. Again, I really appreciate you coming out and doing this. And I'll see you here in about a week, okay? And from there, we'll start our exercise program. And again, you did really good. Okay, minute 14 heart rate is at 102. And just relax your hands. Perfect. You can just relax your body again. Okay, blood pressure was 118/62. And minute 15 heart rate is 100. This will probably be like the last cool down minute. So once everything has gone back and I feel like we're good, I'm going to have you get up. I want you to walk to that wall and I want you to walk back towards me. I'm going to be checking your gait just to make sure that you're walking normal. Other than that, before you leave, I'll give you my card so you can contact me if you have any further questions or if I don't see you. And then we'll schedule your appointment. Okay? Minute 16 heart rate is at 98 beats per minute. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. So if you can get up for me. Let me take this quick picture. Thank you. Okay, and if you could just walk to that wall and then walk back towards me. Okay, perfect. Do you have any further questions for me?
Okay.
Awesome, okay. Well, I had a great time doing this with you, and I will see you next week.
Thank you.